Hello everyone, thanks for joining again on another Django tutorial. You're learning Django along with Dave K. Learner. Uh, so very quickly, let's just go to the topic. So I'm just again with the basic programming code, and there I'm talking about comments. So what are comments? Comments are used for collaboration. This is used to explain what is the below code used for, or might be for any part of the code that you want to describe. You write down a comment, so it becomes easier for you when you next time or your colleague comes next time code, they can understand what is happening there, so they can change it accordingly. So it helps you, and when you come back to the code again, or help the other developer after you to, you can mention it as a relay, or you can think it as a relay for you or fellow developers who work on the same code after you. So it is like from the time when you have completed the code, you have delivered it to the production. Now that a new request has come in, so you will come back to the code and you can see from the description or the comments where you can understand what you have really, and you can make the changes. So what are we going to cover in this? We're going to cover uh, two things, which is writing down the comments. You're writing down the comments in the template HTML file, for which you can use a curly bracket and a percentage symbol and write down a multi-line or a long comment. So that is used for writing down multi-line or long comment on the HTML template file. Or you can use a curly bracket with a hash to write down shorter comments. The other way of commenting, or other part of the Django where we can use the comment, is in the view files. In the py file, you write down hash for a single line of code and the triple single quotes for multiple lines. So these are the things that we are going to cover. And before I do that, I just need to request you, if you're new to our channel, please subscribe. If you like what we are doing, please like our videos and share it with your friends and colleagues who can learn a bit daily with us, so who can move a bit forward daily with us. So with that, let's just begin the part of code that we have done. So here, as I was mentioning, that there are two parts to it. One is on the template HTML file. So I'm working on the HTML file. So this is this code block where you can write down comments in the multi-line. So you write down a curly bracket, percentage symbol, and comments, and this is where the comment ends. So whatever you write down in between there, it will not be displayed anywhere. The compiler or the parser which is running in behind will not be doing anything there. It will be just working like. And the other part, if you want to write down a single line comment, which I've done here, is where you write down a angular bracket and a hash. This hash we don't require. So it can be this syntax, or example represents smaller comments. We are displaying ID here. So that's what I'm trying to write down. So this is a single line code where you can write down. But let's just see, if I move to a different line, it will still work. So I think I can span multiple lines as well. But in order to focus on it, let's just save it and I run it, which is py manage.py run server. And what I see is my server runs and I'm able to open my page, which is all employee. Let's just very quickly open all employees. When I open all employees, I don't get any comment, but I'm getting the syntax. So this is where it cannot go into the multiple line. It has to remain in the single line. So if I go back to the code and I bring it back in single line, and let's just all refresh it. So it is still there. So the other way is that we have to tell that the comment ended with the hash. I'll again save all and rerun it. So now you don't see comments being written there. So that is, again, this is how you start the comment and this is how you end the comment in a single line comment. Very quickly, let's just see about the view.py file, where you can write down single line comment with the hashes. So this is what I'm doing. And if you want to write on multi-line comments, you need to put in 3 times single quote, and where you can write down multiple lines. And this is still going in the same view, which is the demo one, my demo one, which is home page here. and this is talking about the employees details. So let's just go to the front end and try to go into the employees detail. I don't see any comment. If I go back to the home, which is my demo page, I don't see any comment. So these are the 4 different ways that I identified and I'm sharing with you. So let's come back to the presentation. So these are the parts that we have covered. And let me just very quickly update it. This is where I want to write down comments. And I can put in an enter. I don't this. And at the end, I'll enter again and take it to the left side, put a curly bracket. Now this one, the curly one. So curly bracket, percentage, end comments, and a percentage curly bracket. So this would be the syntax of end comments. So this would be the syntax of multi-line comments. Whereas if you see, this would be the comment for shorter one. So it has to start and it has to end with a hash, and where I can write down the shorter comments. So I'll just copy this for the shorter comments or a single line and place it there. But I did not check one thing which I can do very quickly is if I have hash in the beginning and hash at the end, can I make it multi-line comment there? So I'll go back to the code that I have there, and then I try to put it in 2 line and save it. And if I come back here and go back to the all employees and try to refresh the page, I see that it has written down text. So it has to be in single line. I make it in single line and I save it, save all. And then I go back to browser, refresh it, then the comments. So that is where it is really talking about single line. Similarly, if you don't put a, if you put in a hash and if you don't put a hash in the next line, you will get the error. So with that, we have come to the end of this video. What we have covered is this part here. We have covered the part of the comments, which we can write down multi-line comments in the template, shorter comments in a single line comment, hash, and triple single quote in view. So this is what we have done. With that, thank you for listening and learning with me. I hope we have moved a bit forward in our learning. Contact me, write in YouTube comments or email to jivklearner@gmail.com. If you are new to our channel, please subscribe. If you like what we are doing, please like our videos and share it with your friends and colleagues who can learn a bit daily with us. With the wish of a good day and a bit forward daily with our learning, I am